why your client outreach isn't working and how to fix it. This video is going to walk you through a strategy that actually leads to clients, even if you don't have a massive following or a huge portfolio. Today, we're going to cover how to find the right people, how to write messages that don't get ignored, and how you make a client want to work with you and not just see you as another message in their inbox. This video is all about high quality and high strategy outreach. If you have ever sent outreach to potential clients and then later on not heard anything back, no clicks, no messages, nothing, then this video is for you. Because here's the truth. Outreach is either the most powerful leverage you have or just a completely waste of time. And most editors either never do it or just do it completely wrong. The difference between sending 100 ignored messages and landing your first 1K client isn't luck. It's just doing outreach in the right way. So let's fix the first reason why your outreach is getting ignored. Let's break down the top 3 reasons why most outreach get ignored. First reason is that you're messaging just random targets. You're not having any goal with who you message and you're not messaging a specific niche. You send 20 messages a day, but you're not even looking if the creator you're reaching out to even need an editor. That's like pitching video editing to a bakery. Second, they don't show any clear value. Most messages that they send are something like, hey, I'm a video editor, do you need any help? That's not value, that's just nonsense. Third, your DM or email just looks like everyone else. Clients have seen these copy-paste templates 100 times. If your message doesn't stand out, then the chance of them responding is very, very low. So in the next few slides, we will talk about how you can fix these mistakes, starting with how to target the right people. This is where most video editors get it wrong. They write outreach messages like they're pitching for a new job. I'm a video editor. I use Premiere Pro and have edited for 3 years. That doesn't work. Because the truth is, clients doesn't care about that. At least not yet. What they do care about is what's in it for them. What do they get by hiring you? What problems do you solve? Do you help their content get better? Do you help their business grow? Do you help them make more money? You need to solve a problem. So the moment your message becomes about their goals, you're one step closer to signing that 1K client. Here's the part that most editors overlook. Great outreach isn't just written, it follows a structure. Every DM or email I send answers 4 simple questions. And when you follow these, you don't sound robotic, you sound relevant. I'm sadly not going to give you all 4 now, but I'm going to give you the first one because it's most important. And the first one is, why them? Because the first line of your outreach should always show why you chose them. Because it shows effort and it instantly builds trust. And for the rest 3 questions, grab them in the free resource that's linked in the description. You don't need to pay, this is no pitch. The only thing you need is to write in your email and you get it sent right over. I also put in 10 templates that you can follow and they work so good. So go grab it. But let me show you what this actually looks like. The average DM looks something like, hey, I'm a video editor. I love your content. Let me know if you need help with videos. That just doesn't work. Did you see how robotic that sounded and how that looks like every DM out there? Because don't get me wrong, it looks polite, but it's just getting forgotten. But a winning DM looks something like, saw your latest podcast clip. Strong hook, but I think you could boost retention in the first 15 seconds. Want me to show you how I edit it? Did you see the difference between them? It's short, specific, and value straight away. And the question at the end, it invites action. That's exactly what you should look for when writing. And that's the structure we're building towards. Now, the fastest way to get ignored is to pitching a cold lead. Because you can't pitch someone who doesn't even know that you exist. So before you send a message, warm them up. Like a story. Comment on one of their videos. Just do something so they get to see you. They know that you actually follow their content. You like their content. Because these small actions create familiarity. So then when you finally send a message, you're no longer just a stranger. I personally call it priming the lead. It takes you 60 seconds, but doubles the chance of them responding. Then, you're not writing ad copy. You're starting a conversation. Too many DMs most DMs sound like a pitching deck. Something like, my name is, and I specialize in. That's not how you start the conversation. But a better way is to use casual and good language. Try something like this. Hey, saw your latest video. I love the message, but it could hit harder with some great editing. If you want me to show you how I could fix that, just hit me up. That's a great message. A great first message that then later on gets them to respond because they are intrigued by you. And that tone makes people reply because it feels real. I think this is the most important part. So you need to remember this. Clients don't want your editing. They want what the editing does for them. More engagement, better storytelling, and more sales. So when you pitch, don't lead with, I edit in DaVinci Resolve. Lead with this. I help creators boost retention by making the first 30 seconds hook fast. Because that's what sells. That's what the clients want. So figure out what your clients are actually looking for, what their goals are, and just write a sentence where you explain how you fix that. And then don't start your outreach with what you offer. That's wrong. Always start by thinking, what does this person want the most? If they're a YouTuber, it's retention. If they run ads, it's conversion. And if it's a personal brand, it's looking good in front of the camera. And then from there, just work backwards. What do they want? How can you help them get it? And how do you write this in a good sentence for the DM? And that's how your pitch becomes relevant and not just random. Before writing any DM, I used 5 specific questions that makes the DM match their goals even better. These are questions like, do I know what they actually need? Can I back it with proof or examples? And is my message short but not vague? These questions help you write high converting DMs instantly. And I go deeper into these 5 questions in my free outreach. Again, link in the description, just write in your email and you will get it sent over. A lot of people treat outreach like it's closing a deal, but it's not. The goal of DMs isn't to sell your service. It's to start the conversation and then later on build trust with them. So I usually think of it like this. You're not pitching your service, you're opening a door. Because you just need them to write one message that looks something like, tell me more. And then you pitch. So lower the pressure, make it feel natural. Because high-paying clients, they don't respond to needy, they respond to confidence. And if you have gotten that message, tell me more. You're just one step away from signing that client. Then you need to skip your fear of objections. You need to learn how to love them. When someone asks a question like, what's your rate? It's easy to just say something really low because you're scared of what they're going to respond. But they're not pushing you away. But if they have responded with an objection, they're interested in you. They want to work with you. They just need to learn a bit more. So your job is to treat objections like invitations, not a threat. Because if you flinch or give a vague answer, you're just turning them away. But if you answer with clarity and confidence, you're getting one step closer again. Then, really important, if they don't reply, then you use max 3 follow-ups. Because not every DM gets a response. And that's completely normal. But silence doesn't always mean no. So I use 3 follow-ups and they look something like this. The first follow-up is 2 to 3 days later, and it's a friendly reminder. The second is maybe 1 or 2 days after your first follow-up, and it's something like a client win or just proof. Show some results. And the final message, a week after your first follow-up, just make it polite, friendly, and ask one last time. Because you shouldn't spam and beg. Show that you're persistent and professional. That combo beats everything else. And then outreach isn't luck. You just need to stay consistent with the strategy. Because the beginners, they quit after 5 outreach. But the pros, they stay consistent and they use a strategy. You need to track your outreach, know your conversion rates, and then tweak after that. Because outreach isn't about blasting 100 people's DMs and then holding your thumbs and hoping that someone responds. It's just about reaching the right 20 with the right message. Strategic volume beats random hustle every single time. After you've sent your outreach, you need to close the deal, and you do that with the portfolio. Because they don't hire you because your DMs were clever. They hire you because your portfolio shows that you actually do what you say. So if you're getting replies but no conversion, then your portfolio is probably not doing the right work. So make sure your portfolio speaks in results and not just visuals. It shouldn't need more than 4 videos. And as I always say, you need to position yourself as the solution and not just a service. Most editors say something like, I offer you Reels and YouTube videos. That's a service list, and it's unforgettable because everyone says exactly that. Because what high-paying clients are looking for is someone who solves a specific problem for them. So instead say something like, I help creators turn raw footage into high-converting videos. That's maybe 5 words longer, and it does so much more. Because that's not editing, that's results. And that's what high-paying clients are really looking for without even saying it. And a great first message, it doesn't sell, it opens a conversation. So it should do these 3 things. Show you've done your research, reference a problem they're likely facing, and then make it easy to reply. That's it. You don't need a paragraph or some pitch. If you follow these 3 simple steps, you get a great outreach at the end. Everyone says that you should send 100 messages a day because someone will reply. While that's right, I think this way works 100 times better. Because outreach isn't a numbers game, it's a precision game. Because you could send 100 DMs a day and still get ignored. But you could also send 3 great messages that get replied to, and then you get hired from them. So target leads that actually needs videos consistently, and not just someone who posts once a month. It will take less time, you'll get fewer replies, but you'll get good replies. Then you need to track everything. This is the boring part, but a really important part. Because most editors just send messages and hopes it works. But you need to track who you messaged, when, what you've said, and if they opened or replied. It sounds annoying and just not important, but it really is. Because if you don't track your messages, you'll be lost after your first 10 DMs. Because not only does this help you stay consistent, it shows you what's working and what you need to double on. You'll spot patterns, refine faster, and stop wasting energy on dead leads. Most people quit after 10 DMs with no replies. But what they don't realize is that it's meant to be like this. It's meant to take time. So stay consistent for maybe a week, or maybe a month, or maybe 2 months, and then you will actually start seeing results. Because if it was quick, everyone would be doing it. But outreach is like the gym. Small reps over time equals results you can't ignore. So stay in the game and it becomes unfair. But if you want extra help creating master outreach that actually gets replies, then I crafted a perfect outreach kit for you that's free. The outreach includes my go-to questions to ask every time before I send outreach and 10 templates that really works. And it's all for free in the description, no fluff and no bullshit. And if you have any other questions, then you could just DM me on Instagram. The name is in the description or on screen right now. I reply to everyone who messages me. And I also mentioned portfolio earlier. If you want more help with that, then click the video on screen right now. Everything you need about the portfolio is in there. And remember, don't just watch, take action.